Hey guys, welcome back to Show GM Pokey, and I'm super excited to get into this box. This is the 1995 Fleer football. I've been holding this, and I've been thinking about either selling it. It's priced ever on eBay for about 55 bucks for the box. No sales recently, so no one's moving at that price. And I thought instead of putting this on and letting it sit on there forever, let's get into it. So essentially 95 football. I think that's, is it Means on the cover there? Yeah, Natron Means. But we're looking for Sap, Falk, for any of the guys back in the day, Elway, Marino, Emmett, Barry, all those guys. So this is just pretty cool. You've got a whole bunch of inserts. Let's see if we can get into this. Okay, so rookie sensations, one insert per pack. That is totally cool. Only in pre-price packs. So I don't know if the rookie sensations are in these ones or not. I think that these are the ones. I think these are the jumbos because there's only 24 packs. A lot of times that would be like a jumbo or cello, where 36 is your standard one. Then you've got the NFL prospects. You've got gridiron leaders. You got provisions, and you got aerial attack. Six basic card designs, one per division, five. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just totally stoked. And then you've got the Flair preview cards. So 30 in the set, 24 packs. We should get most of them. We won't have a complete one. But man, is that pretty cool. So I do want to get ripping into this. We're going to get our stuff all set up. Make sure I have enough top loaders because hopefully we're going to top loader at least one card per 24 packs here. So I'm going to get into this. Wish me luck. I'm hoping that I can pull. I mean, obviously, we're hoping to pull some major heat, but we want to get something where it made sense to open this box and send some stuff to PSA compared to trying to sell it for 55 bucks. So let's see if it was a good choice or a bad choice. Should I have opened it is the question. I'll see you guys on the inside. Welcome back. So let's jump into this thing. Man, it's backwards. Like I've had that a few other times with Fleer and Fleer Ultra where like the packs have literally been in there backwards. So this has got tape on it, and it's been like this for a real long time, and I'm not sure if someone just honestly remember where it came from. If it was just done to hold it back together. We're gonna take this off real quick. Okay, so yay the tape. Look at this. Okay, so it was intact. And it just started to rip a little bit, and looks like I highly doubt that it was pushed through. I'm just, I'm always curious. And back in the day when you buy things, card store or stuff like that from back in the day, who would go through, sort, and do whatever they could do to find, the better cards. And let's just hope that nothing bad happened. Okay, so we have this really cool looking display. You tear that open, I guess, and then you can kind of pull these through. So that's pretty sweet. These are essentially the jumbo packs. There's a hot pack one, and I think it's 72, and these were pre-priced. I'm hoping there's not a glossy finish where they're bricked. If they're bricked, that's going to be upsetting. But these are 17 cards per pack. It does say there's rookie sensations and provisions, I think, in here too. So let's get ripping and see what we can find. I'm hoping. Oh man, like, ooh, I don't, I don't know, man. Oh, they might be bricked. That's never gonna be fun if they're bricked. Oh, okay. So we have our first card that I get to see out of the pack, and it's gonna be the. Oh, we got the William Rolfe Fleer preview, and man, it looks sharp. I don't see maybe a little bit of corner. I'm not sure if I'm seeing the corner of the card being a little bit dinged, or just maybe it's the corner where the graphic is kind of just, kind of takes a curve a little bit. Let's try and see what we're doing for sleeves. So William Rolfe, I wonder where these fall. So I'm going to take a quick peek here. I do have up each one of the insert sets, or most insert sets. Rookie sensations, provisions, aerial attack, prospects. Which one's this one? Fleer previews. Okay, so based on what's been graded in the past, I'm looking at this, and I don't have the population report. I think I'll pull it up later. So I don't see any sales or returns on this card, but we are gonna probably unless it's really a no name, which I don't see that happening. They're not really a no name, but a less desired name. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna probably oh, look at this. We have Chris Carter on the front and on the back. But this corner is dinged, so that's kind of a bummer. Oh man. I didn't open a lot of this honestly back in the all right, so it's actually an insert. So it's a gridiron leader and it looks pretty good. I'm trying to see the corners and I'm worried about the corners on these cards. I'm that thinking that the corners might not be fully intact on these things. So geez Louise, the corners are beat up on this. That's really a shame because it's a nice looking Minnesota player. And being from Minnesota, we always kind of hope to pull, some hometown heroes are a little bit easier for me to move. So there is a nice insert of Chris Carter, and there's a Chris Carter card. And this cornering, I'm not quite sure on either, but we're gonna put it up there for right now. So then we've got, oh man, these are cool. They've got a little gold foil on every card. Corner's a little bit beat up. I'm hoping that it's just because they're in the corner, it's the bottom pack. And then we got, look at this. We got Tony Casillas. Okay, pretty cool. Just a different looking card. We got Bucky. We got Joe. just a cool, just a cool set of cards, guys. I really like this. Willie, glad I decided to open these. This is going to be a lot of fun, I think, for me. I'm hoping it's fun. Whoa, got a little too close to my microphone. I got a little too excited. There we go. Emmitt Smith, and right in the center of the pack. That's kind of where we want them to be, just because we don't want chewed up corners. We need to find one or two cards, just one or two of these cards that can go off to PSA and get possibly a 10. So we'll take closer looks underneath the little eyeglass thing that I have. We'll pull that out a little bit later. We have Mike Pritchard. So these are kind of cool. Some of them have all these stats. I'm wondering if these are just your rookies. So this is a 94 draft, and this would be Mike Pritchard. Oh, they're a little bit stuck. I see a little ding in that corner, or a little miscue on the printing. Still pretty cool. Oh my, Clyde Simmons. Who do we got? So this again is going to be, I think, maybe one of our rookie cards. Got a linebacker. Clay Matthews. Oh, Clay's been around for a while, so that's not the case, right? Huh. 17 years pro. So what is the difference in this card? Is it just literally, is it like a traded? Huh. That's just weird and different. I was like, no, he's been around for a while. John Taylor. So those are maybe traded kind of players. And then boom, we have a Leslie O'Neal, and I think Leslie O'Neal is a Hall of Famer as far as I know. I'm pretty sure we did pull at least one Hall of Famer out of that box, right? Plus a couple others. I guess Rolf is a one, and Chris Carter and Emmitt Smith. I guess we got a bunch of them. Sorry, guys. I get a little excited when I go through some of these older packs and stuff. These are kind of fun for me. And we got Roman Filler. And again, there's going to be a whole bunch of, I haven't memorized all of the NFL, obviously Hall of Fame members, because I just haven't. I don't really know how many people have, but there are a lot of times where there's players. Ooh, I'm really not happy about the glue situation in these packs. They were, oh my lord. I'm going to have wrecked a lot of the cards coming out of these packs, I think. Oh, I see why people aren't picking them up. So we're hoping that all of our hits are in the middles, never on the outside. Who do we have on our first one? We have Rodney Hampton, I think. Rodney Hampton looking pretty okay. Actually, these cards are pretty beefy. It's got kind of a cut corner, but I think that's the cut. I don't think that happens to do anything with the actual card. I think that's just cut from the factory that way. So we have Rodney Hampton. All right, so we have. Let's just go through. This is pretty sweet. Sorry, guys. I'm excited. Probably more excited than I should be. Coleman. All right. Tim Brown. Tim Brown just, I think did he just make the Hall of Fame or is he on the current ballot? I'm pretty sure we got another Hall of Famer there. We have Anders. Come on, unstick there. Steve Atwater. I think Atwater Isn't he in the Hall of Fame too? I think so. You guys help me out. Tom Carter. Brad Bennett. I'll come back and I'll get a bunch of the Hall of Famers out of there later. Dave Brown. All right, so we got our insert. The insert's in the middle, so that makes me happy. A little bit of stickiness there. But who is it? It's Darnay Scott, and it's a rookie sensation. So we do have the rookie sensations. They're only available in jumbos. Really stoked that these are the jumbos, I guess, at 15, 17 cards. I wouldn't think they'd be the jumbos. It's got a really cool, like, it's embossed. I don't know if you can catch that or not. But yeah, you can kind of see that a little bit right there. Those little O's. So yeah, pretty cool. Rookie sensations. Another insert card. Oh man, it's pretty sweet. Actually, pretty well condition wise. And we got Barry Foster. What is this another insert? No, that's literally just a cool looking card. Huh. They look almost, I mean, like the amount of detail, they just look like inserts that would have been back in the day. So that's pretty cool. We have Darian Carter, Isaac Bruce, right? It's gonna be easier if I looked at these in reverse. Carl Banks is next. So Isaac Bruce. Wow. Sweet looking card. So those must just be anytime they're traded. Carl Banks, Steve, and man, I can't read it. Manuel and Reggie Cobb. Pretty cool. So man, just honestly, really, really cool looking cards. My opinion. Doesn't have to be your opinion. Let me know what you think. If you agree with me or disagree with me, I'm gonna need to get into these a little bit safer. What I'm doing right now, I'm gonna come across something that's worth quite a bit. Oh, it's kind of sticking a little bit, so it's kind of a bummer. Let's see if we can find a way to get into these without that. Yeah, they're. I'll give you a heads up. If you buy these packs, you're gonna have 1 or 2 cards in every single pack that are a little messed up just because of the glue from the packs. And granted, this could have been how they were stored at some point before I got them. Oh man, so who do we have? We have the Flair preview. I'm having a hard time because my eyeballs can't make out. I can't see the difference. I can't make it out. I think some of you guys probably can. I off the top of my head cannot remember who this player is from 95. It is Rob Moore. So Rob Moore preview card. And I think what we'll probably do is we'll be hoping to get a nice star out of one of those so we can get one of those off. And then we have, just sweet, we have Ken Norton. Looks pretty decent. Ken Norton 3 of 6. And I'm not sure what this insert would be then. 3 of 6. What is this insert style? I guess it's just number 3 of 6. So it's got to be something. But we'll sleeve it up. We'll check it out as we go a little bit later. I don't know, gridirons maybe? Maybe it's one of the gridiron ones again or something. Let's keep going through. Hopefully there's another insert somewhere in the middle. Maybe not, maybe. We got Blades. We got Bruce Armstrong. A nice little gold finish on that. Pretty cool. We have, man, having a hard time. Terry Allen. There we go. There's a local star. Also as well as a Hall of Famer. I forget that Terry Allen played that far into that time frame. Okay, we got Edgar Bennett and Brad Culpepper. Cornelius Bennett. There we go. Like some of these I'll go back and I'll sleeve up later. I got to get moving through. Eric Metcalf. Lev Smith. And Rod Stevens. Oh, checklist. We all love checklists. Not at all. So glad I don't see checklists anymore. Bernie. And Tony. And then we finish with a Henry Thomas. Henry Thomas, I think, made the Hall of Fame. Not quite sure. So our insert was that Ken Norton. That must be like a Gridirons one. I do think that was probably which insert it was. So we're hoping We're hoping for a good old Joe Montana, something Barry Sanders, Emmett Smith kind of insert or preview card would make it really good. I think we got a little bit of, oh, gross. I'm really hoping that we don't. Charles Haley actually is a Hall of Famer, but it's really beat up. I think we're having a lot of loss on that card for paper loss. Our preview is going to be Fred Barnett. Fred Barnett. Can you guys see that okay? There we go, Fred Barnett. And we will sleeve it up because it is a preview insert. And there's going to be another insert in here somewhere. It's usually where you find that split. Okay, and it's going to be a gridiron leader. Oh man, that might be good. I don't see any corner damages. So let's get it into a sleeve first. And into a semi-rigid. And then we finally have a big name insert. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let's check it out. Is it what we need? There may be a little ding in the corner. We'll have to take a look at that. See if we can just kind of rub off that little piece of, maybe it's just extra paper. I'm hoping it's not take away. A lot of times it's just be extra. So gridiron leaders. I'm going to look it up real quick. If it has some recent sales or something, then I can show you guys. And let's see. Rookie sensations, provisions, aerial attack, prospects, flare. Oh, why? I don't know why I don't see the gridiron. Give me a pause. I don't want you guys to wait for me. All right, guys, I looked it up, and the highest sale is at a 9 right now at $24. So if we could pop a 10, I think that's a pretty good indication of whether we can come back. So we'll look at that card and see if we actually have a beat up card or not. This one does have a little bit more stick in there, which means we might have surface damage to some of the cards. We'll have to check that out later. We got Chris Dishman. Who do we got? We got Ricky Johnson, Dawson. Who do we got? We got Derek Brown. We got Jerome Bettis. That's not too bad of a pull right there. This would be, is it second year? I don't think this is first year. Yeah, he would have been acquired in 93, which means I think that would have made his rookie card the fall of 94. So second year card. And we'll slap him up into a little semi-rigid. Worst case, he just gets sold in a semi-rigid on eBay or somewhere else. So again, if you're looking for any team specifically, let me know. We got Larry Ginter. More than happy to try to pull things aside for you after we finish our stuff. Every opening, we try to sort out the people who are looking for. We got John Carney. Kind of weird. Some of them have, like, Larry Center's got one name in foil and not the other name. So I'm kind of seeing, there we go. Kind of seeing some of that. I'm always interested in air cards. I'm not sure if there's any air cards in this set. Sometimes they have some good value. We got Marcus Allen, of course, legendary running back. That's pretty cool. And we got Elijah Alexander. Dang, boy, 230 body weight. Nice. And Reggie Brooks. And again, Reggie Brooks here, same kind of thing here, where his stats will only have one name in foil. So I gotta wonder if that's maybe just a standard thing. We are gonna sleeve up. Allen does look like he's got maybe a little ding in the upper right hand corner. All right, so we're still going through. These do have a little bit, of my opinion, going to be surface damage because I think, they just sat for 20, 30 years. Jeez, I almost did really bad math. 30 years these things were in these packs. So obviously, you got to kind of just take it with a grain of salt, I guess. I was stoked to open them. I didn't think too much about it. Well, I mean, I've thought about it many times, but I didn't think too much about it today. I just kind of said, today's the day we do it. We go for it. Williams. Sorry, pretty bad at names, so sometimes I'm not going to be able to get them out of my mouth very well. So another preview. We got another rookie sensation. We got Dan Wilkinson. Looks pretty good as far as centering. And this is a cool looking thing. Number 18. Not sure what we're going to have. We're just going to throw them up there and keep moving through. Okay, so let's see. What do we got? Just cool looking cards. or Massey. We got Marion Butts, and I think Marion Butts, um, is he? I think he's a rookie this year, right? No, is he not? When was Marion? No, Marion Butts has been on for a while. Why was I thinking that Marion Butts was a rookie this year? Nope. In any case, throw him over there. We got Quadre Ishmael. I just pulled some Quadre Ishmaels out of some Canadian stuff, I think, right? Does that sound right? Or is it maybe a brother? We got Craig Erickson, the Tampa player. We got Aaron Glenn, Phil Hansley, Sean. Let's flip him over here. Herschel Walker. There we go. Legendary running back. Part of that huge Minnesota Dallas trade. Okay. We got more just stock cards, say. We don't need to announce every name, I guess. Vinny Testaverde. And I do have, if you're interested, there is a video. Obviously, you can see in the background more cello boxes up there. Used to like to sit around and pull cello packs out of boxes and then keep the stars. You'd go to a store, you could sit there all day long back in the day. There was more cards on display than you would ever want to buy because it wasn't quite like it is now where you got scalpers. So I would go and try and find cello packs at like Kmart or wherever you could find them and find stars up on top because they'd be just sitting there. Not the same, like I said, like it'd be today. There's no way you'd find the star rookies sitting up on top and not being grabbed. But in any case, I have a bunch of them, so you can see some of the cello packs. But I do what I was getting back to is I have Herschel Walker on the cover too of some of them, and on the back side, I think I've got some combos of Herschel Walker and Walter Payton, which is a pretty cool packs. What I was trying to get onto, Leon Lett. There we go, nice card. Is that I have a Vinny Testaverde rookie, and I've got one where he's on the front and back, and there we go. We got a Jeff George. Jeff George looks pretty clean. I don't see a lot of areas where I might have to look a little bit closer. It looks pretty clean to me. And the, oh man, if I get in there, the flare previews, man, I've been having trouble saying that word flare for whatever reason. Okay, so the previews, I'm looking it up. Let's see if he's got any recent sales. I am not seeing it. 87 cents a card by itself. I'm hoping though that some of those will have a super low population. Give me a chance to get some graded. Okay, let's keep going through. We're only going to stop on some of the hits. I don't think you want to hear me say every single name. Oh man. Davis. Elam. Jason Elam. He made the Hall of Fame, right? I think. Oh, baby. There we go. We got gridirons. We got Marshall Falk. This would be, again, I think, second year. I think Marshall Falk was a rookie previously. I'm trying to remember. It's been a bit since I've, man. Yeah, I'm going to say number 3 out of 10. So the Emmett sold for $24 at 9. Now, that being said, I think there's probably a good number. Marshall Falk, 80 cents. Oh, man. I don't think there's any sales, though, of anything that's graded. There's an 8 that sold for $3.25 back in June. I'm going to guess that a lot of these just don't have the kind of population out there to really base a pretty good price on. Because it's Marshall Falk in early to rookie years, I'm going to put it in a semi-rigid. All right, who do we have? Gilbert. Leroy Horde. I remember watching him play. Key. Got Pepper. Jewel. Pete. And the last one of the pack, Daryl Lewis. So we do have a good number of bulk cards, which I've said in the past. That stuff will go right into our team stuff or just our big bulk boxes for base set cards if you're interested. If you've got a new collector or you just remember these cards and you want to sift through a bunch, there's not going to be any stars in them, but I've got a whole bunch of boxes set aside that they're full of like base cards, right? Base set cards. Oh, I'm so upset that glue is sticky. And you can get like 2,500 for almost nothing from me because I just have them sitting in those boxes. Number 29 out of 30 is, all right, Eric Rett. And I do remember that being a popular card, not necessarily this one, but I do remember Eric Rep being a popular card back in the day. I think since then it has obviously gone down. Brian Cox. Okay, let's keep going through. What do we have? Oh, I thought maybe that was my insert, but that one is not the insert. That one is just a good old Mikey Johnson. Man, they all, honestly, to me, look like they're the insert just because there's so much coolness on them. All right, Brett Favre from back in the day, 95 Favre. And I don't think really the base cards in this set have a whole bunch of value. Again, I think that the population of this set is super low. So I do think there's a chance that we could pop some low Boston, I remember him. Boomer Esiason. I think there's a good chance I can pull some really low population things out of these packs. So that's going to make me pretty happy too. Just whether or not I can get a 10. I really don't want to grade these and get less than a 10. I don't think I'll ever see a return anywhere lower than that. Okay. Ricky Waters, yay. What was my insert in this one? Oh, there it is. I was like, I don't think so. So we got a John Walsh, an NFL Prospects, and I think... Okay, so it's got like a bevel on it. I was like, man, I think the pack tore half the card off, but it's a bevel. So a little bit of a bevel around his knee. So the Prospects Walsh, I don't necessarily remember that being a great prospect. So I'm going to say that's just going to be into an insert box. I do have another big box full of rookies as we do set breaks and stuff like that, or pack breaks, and I have a big box full of like just parallels and whatnot from more modern sets that have the parallel gold rookies, those kind of things. We got a super nice little line there. That's kind of totally fun. I'm noticing that I'm not getting a lot of doubles, which is kind of nice. Bert Emanuel is our insert in this pack, and I'm really not digging the fact that we haven't hit a big insert yet. We did get the Gridiron Pros, but I don't think those are going to be necessarily what we're looking for, either based on looking at the sales on those. Okay, we got Ken. Charles Johnson. When was Charles Johnson a rookie? That's what I would have thought. I think this is Charles Johnson's rookie. We're going to pull him out and sleeve him up. Okay, who do we got here? We got Jim Everett. Jim Everett did, I believe Jim Everett made the Hall of Fame. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I think it. He's been playing for quite a time in 95. Okay, Everett, we're just throwing cards around. There's another Jeff George. We'll sleeve him up. We do have a 3200 divider for Jeff George, not him solely, but in our big stars dividers, he does have a spot. Jones, Seth Joyner. Who do we got? Looks like a by the numbers card, if you remember those. Armin, Glover, Collins, and our... is it? Oh, it's number 30 out of 30. Did they save the best for last? No, they didn't. And again, I can't make out the name. It's because of all of the sparkliness, I just can't make out who that is. I keep hoping that one of these times I'm going to pop these packs and I'm going to find one that doesn't have a whole bunch of glue all over the back of it. But so far, we haven't had a huge star be the first card up, which is making me at least a little happier. And we have Bucky Brooks. I'm okay with that card getting a little bit of goop on it. Okay. Here we go. Can you guys see okay? Sorry about that. There's our focus. What do we got? Any blades? Lots of blades, man. Still do think these cards are pretty cool. And we got another Terry Allen. So we are starting to see and another Bennett. So we are starting to see dupes. Washington was not in the pack last time, so at least it's not the stupid checklist. I did like when they put the stars on the checklist, just because I thought it was, kind of nice to get like a McGuire or something on there at least, because you like really hate checklists. OJ McDuffie. Okay, Jeff Harold. And Who do we got? Marshall Falk preview. That would probably be, if I was going to pull a preview so far, that would be the one I want. I'm trying to think of who I have from back in the day when I actually collected these when they were new. I don't think I had a Marshall Falk yet. So I'm hoping that this can grade out to be a 10. I feel like we get a nice low population at that point, so that makes me pretty happy. That's a pretty sweet looking insert. And then our other insert is Tim Bowens, rookie sensation. And again, I'm looking for maybe there's got to be a nice little Hall of Famer in one of those rookie sensation cards. That would be really nice. Inserts of Hall of Famers rookie years are kind of what we're shooting for. Obviously, there's no Manning or Moss or any of those guys yet. They would have came 2 years later, so we're not going to see any of those today. But who do we got? We got Tony B. Let's do this. Let's get him strapped up. Here we go. There you go, sir. Take your spot up there. Atwater, I'm pretty sure is a Hall of Famer. Give me a second. I do want to look up that Marshall Falk card. All right, guys. So as you can see up on the screen, that would be it's called sportcardspros.com. And I go there whenever I'm trying to look up current sale values or just kind of seeing what's valuable from a set if I want to rip it, buy it, sell it, whatever I want to do. So as you can see, the Marshall Falk preview card that I've got back there, if it's a 9, it's selling for $9, which isn't really a good idea to grade it. But if I think I can get a 10, $60. So we'll have to figure out in the end how many of these cards I do feel like I can get there. But again, if I can get $60 for that and it costs me 21 to grade it, then I'm not too far off from making a good return. And we got, feels like it's just grass. It looked like paper loss, but it's just grass flinging up in the image. So that's pretty cool that they're able to catch that. Charles Hanley is a Hall of Famer, so I like to pull those out. Like I said, the bulk is just literally common bulk. You're not going to get a whole lot from that, but sometimes it's really fun. Oh, baby, we did pull another insert. So we're getting a whole bunch of inserts here, and it's a Marshall Falk. Oh, my Lord. I don't know if we're going to have a good enough. I'm really worried about the surface of this. I do want to get it into something, so I'm not grabbing it. Okay, I need to get it under the light. So what you can do, guys, sorry about that. So you can see how I shine light on it? You get the reflection. When you do this and you shine the light on it, you can see if there's any surface damages, scratches, nicks. So one of the secrets I learned about trying to make sure I send off only the better cards to get graded. So this might be my better hit from this box. I'm gonna real quickly get open another bunch of top loaders. I actually ran out of, here we go. Oh, I ran out of semi-rigids from some of the most recent openings. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of background. So this is a Provisions. Now the Provisions from 91 and 92 sold like just like mad. So I'm wondering if the Provisions possibly, if I could get a couple Marshall Falk inserts all graded at the same time, I'm pretty stoked. Okay, keep saying, give me a second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I do get a lot of spam. I do apologize for the phone ring. It shouldn't have been ringing. Okay, so $2. So that's not good that it sells for $2. Very very low. But the nice thing is you're not seeing the tens, which is really what I'm kind of wanting to know about. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna go on a little ride with me. I apologize. I can get there pretty quick. I'm pretty fast at this. Um, so we go to, you can see how I do this. So we go to um, PSA populations, which is psacards.com. It's number 5. And we can just look up the population of just about anything. You're going to see a whole bunch of stuff here that we don't really care too much about. Okay, so there's the 95 Provisions. And then I also want to see if I can find it. I'd like to know what that population is. If I can find it, boom, there we go. Look at that. See how fast that is? Look at, okay, 14 total cards. These really, oh my Lord, there is one. I was so hoping I had a pop one when I didn't see any sales. So we're gonna have pop 2, super low population. for the provisions. If we can find number one, I don't know number one is. Um, number who is number one? Natron means we have a pop one of anything. So super huge fan of finding my pop ones, at least of stars when you know it's them. So that's so awesome. I think that Ken Norton card back there is also going to be a pop one if I can at least get a 9 or 10 of the highest number of that one too. So it's so sweet. And then let's look at the provisions, or sorry, the previews. Number 13, Marshall Falk. There is 9 already. Um, it does look like Joe Montano was probably the highest graded, and then you got Marino, and then Jerry Smith, obviously. Sorry, Jerry Rice, Jerry Smith. So, man, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna get that off your screen. Get back into this opening, but yeah. So we've got a whole bunch of packs left to go looking through that we could still find some more inserts and potentially some really nice cards to get graded. I did when I was down one of the times, and I had you on pause. I looked up the just see if there's anyone from um, the base set 95, if there's anyone worth looking at. And it looks like your standard, like we already talked about, your Montana, your Rice, those ones obviously, those are your gimmies. You can generally get something off of those for the most part, unless it's a checklist card like I was talking about. But then those are just more fun than a regular one. So I've been pretty stoked that they put these inserts from. Oh baby, we got it. All right, there we go. So we got the Joe Montana. That's the highest graded one in the set. The centering looks pretty good. I don't see any dinging on it. Middle pack. Oh man. Haha, that is pretty cool. Back to back. And then boom, we got the Reggie. Oh my lord. Okay. So guys, I don't know. I was really nervous about opening this up. One, you know, sometimes they do stick and they're bricked. I wasn't thinking about it, but it's just kind of one of those concerns that makes you go, yeah, sometimes it's not a good idea. But look at this. We got the Provisions, Marshall Falk. We have the preview of Joe Montana. We have the preview Ken Norton, so that one can definitely be one of the highest. And we've got a Sterling Sharp. This is going to be one of the Provision ones. Um, Holy smokes! I'm not going to pull it up on the screen because I'm sick of blocking your view. But let's see the Provisions, Sterling Sharp. There's not a 10. I doubt that this is a 10, right? But I've been seeing a lot of the 91s, the Bo Jacksons, the Randall Cunninghams, and I've got a couple off right now getting graded because there's such low population. And once people start realizing they're low population and want them, the price skyrockets a couple $100. So I'm hoping to get ahead of that curve. Cornelius Bennett, is he a Hall of Famer? I'll go back through here when I have a more clear mind and pull out the Hall of Famers. All right, there we go. We did get the Barry Sanders. It looks pretty good. I hear a little bit of sticking when I pull it apart, but I don't see any problems with it. Barry's one of our few players from the base set that actually makes it worth grading because it's Barry and you can usually get a return. So I would say if I hit some 9s on some of these things, I'm going to be break even on the cost of grading. If I get some 10s, which I mean, I'm not obviously just going to send off everything if it doesn't warrant it, but I think by the end of this box, I will be ahead, so that makes it super cool. Slade. Um, Thomas. Eric Rhett. And Eric Rhett, this is his rookie card. I thought that when I saw it earlier. Wasn't sure. I think it might have been a preview card or something. But I think maybe it was Eric Rhett I'm thinking of. I'm trying to think. I know I have like it's in a binder of like cool cards. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to pop this box. I can't keep digging them out of there because I'm just gonna wreck them. I think it's an Eric Rhett. I know it's not a Marshall Falk. I would have pulled that out of the binder by now. But I've got some old binders. All right, guys, we are getting, as far as like I'm concerned, some really nice preview cards. Holy smokes. We got a Chris Carter. Oh man, I just need like a Favre. I'm looking at that stinking rookie sensations again, and I'm still hoping to pull something nice out of rookie sensations. I'm not really getting anything great, but I gotta say, as long as we do our work to actually check out these cards before we send them off, I'm pretty sure we're going to be hitting really good on these. I'm almost interested in actually picking up Trent Dilfer. He's got a huge line going through him. It's a print line. He was a Heisman winner. I got Jeff, Mark Carrier. Just a throwback outfit. Pretty cool. Tony Bennett. I think there's going to be a whole bunch of Hall of Famers. I'm going to be just zipping right by Lomar Brown. There we go. We got a Drew Brees. Nice. Andre. Is that Rison? Yeah, Andre Rison. Sweet. Alfred. These just look like they should be just with just the amount of stuff for the day that when these came out, like the amount of stuff going on, they just feel like there should be. So obviously a traded card. Some of these just feel like they should be inserts. I think Ryzen was in the Hall of Fame, I do believe. And then this would be a third year card, right? Because I think Drew Bledsoe, yeah. So second year, so third year card. I do believe his rookies actually came out in '93. So Bledsoe, one of the cards I used to, I think what happened is I think Tom Brady's popularity probably knocked down people's memories of Drew Bledsoe, but I used to be a huge fan of Bledsoe. I always thought his card should be worth more. And you got like Steve Young's cards, which maybe aren't worth as much because maybe Montana. I don't know. Um, but I do have a good number of actual really nice Bledsoe rookies and Bledsoe inserts that I just feel are not worth what they should be. So maybe after time goes by, and Tom's been retired now, maybe those will come back. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. Another Marcus Allen. So that's our second Marcus Allen standard card. And another Alexander. So we are getting quite a bit of dupes now. So who do we have? Eric Allen, Brooks. Oh, who is that? Mario Bates. That's not what we're looking for. Troy Aikman. I will take Aikman all day, all day. Okay, so we got a Mario Bates. Insert card. Oh, rookie sensation. These are really cool. I was really hoping maybe to pull something nice. I saw the rookie sensations. I was thinking stoked because I know there was like 91 or 92 Fleer rookie sensations for basketball. Had a pretty nice set, but I'm going to look here and see. That's prospects. It's just such a cool card. I really wish it was worth. I really wish it had a better. Okay, so here's sensations. Looking up, there is a Marshall Falk in there. Um, so hopefully we can pull that. Brian Young, I'd be really stoked to pull that one. I'm just looking at the list. Yeah, so honestly, Marshall Falk or Brian Young would be the two that I'm really interested in pulling if I can get those. We got Jeff Blake. Jeff Blake's been playing for a bit. He does have, I think there's an insert, one of the sets that maybe can get a nice little return or not. I'm not sure. Let's see. These are, I'm sorry, I keep saying it, but I really think these are cool looking cards. There's Tim Brown, another Hall of Famer insert. Super cool whenever you can pull Hall of Fame inserts. Let's get these things sleeved up. Aikman, obviously a star from the day. Always happy to pull the stars out of these boxes. Okay, so we haven't seen a Joe Montana base card yet. I think we've seen a lot of the other ones base cards already. I think we pulled Emmett and Barry, or maybe just Barry base and then Emmett insert. Is that how we did that? So, and again, I've been super lucky not to have my star cards be the ones right here, except for I think I had, all right, we got a Jerome Bettis. Sweet. And we got another Chris Carter insert. I'm hoping that that one doesn't have a dinged corner. So Jerome Bettis would have been a pretty nice card from back in the day to pull here. I do want to see what that one comes up as. If it's something good, I'll show you. If not, I'll tell you. Okay, so our previews. Jerome Bettis. Oh my God, I'm going down. Too far down, too far down, too far down, too far down. I'm hoping there's just not. Chris Carter doesn't have any 10 sales. Oh, I don't even see. I don't even see Jerome Bettis on my pricing list here. Okay. For the previews, I don't even, he doesn't even show up on my list. Like, has he ever been graded? Okay, there's my provisions. What is he? Number 17. Jerome Bettis. There's three. There's three tens. So it's probably why he's not showing up. 21 total, three tens. I definitely feel like I need to take a look at that card and send it off to some of the other previews. And then we had a Chris Carter second attempt at this insert. This one looks a lot cleaner. I don't see a beat up corner. So I definitely feel like we're going to try to populate um, eBay or wherever we decide to sell these with some of these inserts from 95. And I'm telling you that I'm having a great time ripping through these. I knew I was going to have fun looking back on some of these cards. I was a little bit nervous about getting my return or what inserts I would get, but I would say ultimately Jack Del Rio, Leroy Butler. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm having a great old time. Sorry about that. I got to keep checking up there. Wilford Cobbs, not what I was looking for. I thought it was Rolf for a second. Kevin Smith, and there we go, Derek Russell, and Swan. A whole big stack. I still have like half this box left, guys. Hey, if you're still sticking around, you got to leave a comment. Drop me a comment. Say still here. Might have to try to figure out how to do some kind of giveaway. Right? Have to figure out some stupid codes or something. And if you text in like a name. Oh my lord, Dan Marino. I almost feel like if you're willing to stick around this late, we have to start getting into our giveaways. I've never really done sports giveaways. I've always done them with my Pokemon cards, and I apologize for that. Holy crap! Sorry for the language. Gosh, am I super excited that I did this opening? Man, I really, honestly, guys, I'm super stoked. 92 draft. All right, let's keep going through. Yeah, we should probably do some kind of giveaway. Maybe I'll have to figure it out by the time I post this thing up. Giveaway to override the screen if you're still sticking around this late. Maybe some kind of secret code for. Wait, we got Blackman. For what kind of comment you can leave. And what is it? It is a prospects. You got Jack Jackson. Jack Jackson. There you go, Jack Jackson. That's not a joke. That's his name. But again, I always look back at some of these prospects and you go, wow, that I don't know who was choosing who they were going to be. Marlowe, I can't pronounce that one. Mel Gray. Um, I just kind of wondered sometimes, like these earlier years when they showed, they picked their inserts. Who was picking them? A lot of them never panned out. Like you look at a 91 Fleer, um, you know, prospects card. Look at those, like the standard. Oh my lord, guys, we have got. Hold on a second. I need to give it a little clip here. Got to get that off there without. And I'm hoping that. Oh my lord, with the amount of sticking that's happening, I'm hoping I don't have any surface damage to these. I'll take a close look. Like I said, I'm really good at getting back 10s, or high percentage of 10s from PSA. So I won't send them if they don't deserve it. But man, Bledsoe, Carter, I mean, Marino, uh, Montana, right? Do we pull? Do we have a Montana insert? Holy cripes. Marino's 47. Drew Bledsoe's 4. There's only 4 of those. Holy crud buckets. Oh, that's right. It was Bettis. It was Bettis we pulled. Carter, man, Tim Brown. Yikes. Carter's only got 0. So that means that if we can get a 10 on that Carter, we've got a pop 1 Chris Carter 95 insert. That's pretty cool. Holy smokes. So let's keep going through. There we go. Crockett, Colin. There we go. We got a Cunningham. Chris Galloway. Michael Irvin. Man, just tons. The coolest thing about opening up vintage stuff is there's so many Hall of Famers because they've already retired. Oh my lord. 2 of them. This one makes me a little bit nervous up there in the corner. Oh my lord. The cool thing is, I even think that the 9 would do really well with the population of that card and the popularity of the graded provisions from the previous years being on fire. I think Grandy's jumping on fire. I think we're going to be okay. I might honestly, strategy wise, send the 9, that one there first, and then the 10, because then I kind of know what's going on. And if the 9 comes back as a 10, I'll hold the other one and not send it. Number 84. That's the wrong 84 if you know what I'm talking about. Uh, and not send the other one until I feel like it's a good idea. But a pop 110 would be phenomenal. If it comes back to the 9, it should have a pretty good resale value. Then I can still try again for the 10, right? Because I'd still have a low pop 9 that can go first and pay for the next grading. Oh, my lord. Who do we got now? All right. Is that Rod Woodson? Another Hall of Famer. Another great player. These are, oh, my lord. Then look at that. Then, wow, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to be doing, maybe we'll pick the top 20 cards and send them off from this opening. What do you guys think about that? Oh, my lord. And then the Bryant Young. Okay, this corner. Sorry, I'm going to show this to you. I got to pull this up. Look at that. Is that white from the artwork or white from a beat up corner? I think it's beat up. I think someone kicked this box down aisle at one point in its life. So that's kind of a bummer. It's got pretty chewed up corners. I really wish that it didn't. Jerry Rice inserts are super cool. Okay, we got Bryant Young. Always looking for Bryant Young to send off and get graded. I just sent off, I think they went off. I had some really nice Upper Deck SPs. And I'm hoping those come back. They're a couple $100, I think, if I get those back. So hopefully we'll get those back and see from some of my stuff I had. Sorry, I was looking at that again. Jim Kelly, Hall of Fame QB. Dawkins. Mitchell. Ben Coates. I remember Ben Coates being a real popular rookie. I don't remember doing much, but I think he's one of those guys who had some inserts. All right, we got a Michael Strahan. Very cool second-year card. Darren Woodson. Gary Zimmerman. I'm pretty sure Zimmerman is a Hall of Famer. I mean, yes, I guess we'll take the Hall of Famers and throw them up there. Again, I do have a bunch of Hall of Famers, a bunch of stars pulled out. If you do collect specific players, if you're just into, at this point, 30-year-old quarterback cards, reach out, drop me a comment. We have so many cards we've sleeved up so far today that I'm running out of my 100 pack that I just honestly opened. I think I opened it on a 4-pack 10 before this, so it's not even been used hardly. Okay. There we go. We got another Ishmael, who's our insert, and it is Natron Means. Okay. Oh my lord. Ishmael, sorry, you're not worth anything. So Natron Means, I do have to find out. Number 26. I do see some vertical lines. Can you see that little line right there? Look where the light's shining. See as it comes away? There's a little vertical lines. I'm wondering if those print lines are going to kill it. And that's why I said you got to use the light, because you can see a bunch of that stuff you can't normally see. And I'm a little bit worried about that corner there. You can see just a little bit of flex in there. But Natron Means did have a 0. There is a 0 population at 10. It only has 1 9, so could match it. Again, how many people out there were still collecting Natron Means cards? I don't know. The insert's somewhere in the middle in this pack, so it does make me happy because some of those are getting chewed up. I'm going to have to start another stack. Oh, gosh darn it. Really hoping we finally get Simeon Fletcher. We get a better insert from that insert group. Okay, Maryland, Lynch. Come on, guys. Well, Lee, I think I already have one of those. I think it literally pulled one of those already. That's kind of, although I did pull 2 of the, what did I pull? 2 Carters, right? 2 Carter gridirons. So, I mean, rightfully so. There we go. We got a Jerry Rice acquired 1980. So, wow. Maybe these are just the date they were acquired instead of whatever I was thinking they were. So 3, I'm going to check this out real quick. So I've got 95 base up. And Jerry Rice, yeah, I guess that's his base card. Oh, gross. $24 is all the 10s went for. Well, that's 2021. That's when they used to grade for $5. I wonder if it's clean, again, guys, do your due diligence, right? Clean your cards, check out for surface damage, use light at an angle. There's a whole bunch of things I'm more willing to go through and help you guys figure out. But yeah, do your job and check out your cards first. I wonder if some of these could get me returns that I wasn't expecting. Holy smokes. This has literally been just sitting on a shelf. And then I go through and I determine what I'm going to open for the show because I think it'd be kind of fun to watch. What I'm going to open for just immediate return. And we have Carlos Jenkins. You know? And boom, Jerry Rice. Okay. I do not have any more of these boxes. I only had the one. Like I said, I've been sitting on it, watching it forever. I seriously might have to just pick one up. I try not to buy sports stuff, um, because I have so much of this stuff sitting around. But guys, come on, like the Jerry Rice is. I think it was like one of the higher numbers of cards have been graded. Number 27. Yikes, 16. But that's only 16 on that thing. And that's a beautiful looking card, right? So I don't know. I think we have some cards that could potentially do some really nice stuff. Oh, that's who it is. Rashawn Salam. That's who I had from Flair sitting around in a folder. Now I remember prospects, and it's got a dinged corner. It's just gonna go in an insert bucket. Sweet looking card, just not gonna be what we're looking for. I don't think I can do anything with the dinged corner version of that card. So let's get those off the wall a little bit. Let's go see what we can find. Okay, there we go. Everett, can you guys see okay? Sorry, I've got like overlays all over my screen. If I click over here, I can get rid of them. Just pricing things as I go through. Jeff Gross, just cool looking cards. I'm sorry. I think these are probably some of the cool looking cards that I've looked at from this era, to tell you the truth. Really enjoying this set. The number of inserts, I mean, one insert per pack just is pretty cool. Shannon Sharp, of course, Hall of Famer. Elway's receiver. I didn't pull any Elways out of this set. Man, we still have got like a couple packs left. Trying to make sure we cut on the seal side of it, because then I can not mess up my preview. If I don't have surface damage on it, I don't want to scratch it with my scissors as I go around it. So we're trying to do the very best we can, give myself the best chance I can. Oh, Cortez Kennedy, is that who that is? 93 rookie? Yeah, Cortez Kennedy, there you go. Is he 93 or 94? All right, Chris Warren. I mean, we've had so many good hits that I'm not really honestly let down. And because the insert is not right there on the edge, I'm assuming that it's somewhere in the middle. And I'm assuming that it's probably going to be one of those rookie ones again. So Cortez Kennedy for 5 years. Yeah, I think Cortez, I think he's a Hall of Famer. Stan Humphrey, Hostetler. Some bigger names. There's the Elway. I told you we hadn't seen one. There's the Elway right there. Charlie Gardner. John Elliott. All right, we got another Emmitt Smith. So I'm really not digging the gridirons because, and look at this. Look at that. So that's kind of a bummer, and that's part of, opening something. You can open it now and hold it for 30 years, right? Or you can, open it when it came out and then try to save it for 30 years. Either way, it's going to be real hard to keep a lot of these cards in good condition. So we did pull an Emmitt Smith. Really nice insert, 95, not too far into his career. But of course, it's dinged up. So, what a bummer. Carl Pickens. Carl might have been a Hall of Famer. He played for a long time. James. Sam. And yeah. All right, guys. Oh, here we go. We have 4 packs left. I feel like I've been going forever. Are we like in 1 hour in or something already? Holy crud buckets. I think had they not been sticking, I probably could have went a little bit quicker. So I blame a little bit on the stickiness. I blame part of it on nostalgia, like I'm just having a blast. And then the last part, I think I blame, wow, okay. Ah, that card's dinged also. These things are just beasts, so they don't get dinged up at all. But we pulled another Provision. It's really honestly a card that I would love to get graded. I've had some success. I've had cards that honestly I've been able to get these little dings out of, as you can see on the bottom. Look at that. What a bummer. I've had some success with getting those out. I really would have loved to get this Bledsoe graded with a Patriot on there. Man, that would have made me super happy to have sent this one in. And I got it. I can send it in, but it's not going to get good grade. So I will see what I can do as far as getting that card not beat up. I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of success. Jack Del Rio, holy smokes. It's going to take me, Jen Dilfer talked about him being a, tag is it called? Heisman Trophy winner, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me. Clay Matthews, John Taylor. We already saw Leslie O'Neal. I think we already saw this collation, right? Eric Metcalf. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that is actually Irv Smith. Irv Smith has been playing for a long time. I think we have seen that collation, to tell you the truth. So many Hall of Famers. All right, guys, 3 packs left. Look at that. I got through that pack a little quicker. Just kind of a heartbreak to see that card be right there and be dinged up. Oh, Cutting Man, you're going to have a whole bunch of surface damage. You are not going to get graded. And these cards that are higher up on this end are all having some damage up on the top corners, as you can see there. Yeah, look at that. So that's going to be kind of a bummer. They'll just have to go into some, gosh darn it. Kevin Carter, you are not the prospect that we were hoping for. Or not the, yeah, it's prospect. But, you know, hey, we've got a huge number of really good cards. Galloway, nice. Michael Irvin. We've had so many good cards come out of this box. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Spam calls all day long. My number is online. Not that I want you going and finding it. Tim Brown. But it is for one of my businesses, so I get so many calls on it. There we go. I do have another one already opened. Because on one of my openings today, I opened a brand new one just because I wasn't sure how many I was going to go through. So good for me for doing that. So I already have them there. Okay. I would say, though, if you get one of these boxes, we have pretty much, I mean, we have a huge majority of the set. I've seen most people, I mean, it would be really cool to see a few more Montanas because they're just real easy, go-tos for sending off to get grading as long as they're pretty decent. Deion Sanders, I was just about to say, Deion Sanders is the other guy from this time frame who, if, especially with his notoriety right now, was clean, who could send him off. And we have Bruce Matthews. He is a Hall of Famer. Not quite sure we're going to get much out of that, though. And guys, holy smokes, thank you for sticking around. This one has gotten really long. I do apologize for keeping you this long. If you're still paying attention, if you're still here, not even hopping through, give yourself a round of applause. Maybe pop down in there, do a hashtag whole thing. It's something so we know that you actually made it through. And maybe I'll have to pick Tony Bennett, I think. Maybe he's a Hall of Famer. You have to pick someone. Oh, I saw who's on the back. That's pretty sweet. All right, there we go. We got a Drew. Oh, man. That Bledsoe, I think it looks good. So we got a Drew Bledsoe, pretty nice. Another Chris Carter looking good. Yeah, do like a hashtag whole thing. Right, and then no one will have a clue what you're talking about. So hashtag whole thing, and then you got to mention like a star, your favorite card, and then I'll try and find like a giveaway. So if you are actually still watching, holy smokes, you deserve it. And then what I'll do is one of my future videos, I'll call out a winner from the comments in this video. So it's hashtag whole thing, and then you just, Eric Turner, come on guys, give me a nice insert. I don't want this insert. I mean, like I said, I'm just getting a little bit selfish now. Hashtag whole thing, and then the card that you feel is the number one card that I pulled. Look at this, Reggie White Flair preview. Holy crap, guys. I mean, the preview cards alone, if it was just base in the previews, so awesome. And then those few other inserts that hopefully aren't dinged up. Man, that's like just a killer opening today. I mean, I don't even think I have time to go through even sorting through all the quick cards that we pulled. I mean, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm hoping you'll stick around for that. Hashtag whole thing. Favorite card that I pulled. Your name will go into a giveaway. I don't know what it is. Maybe a pack of something. Maybe some cards. Maybe a graded something. On a future opening that I do. So after I post this out, maybe I'll spend about a month, and then I'll do it. The giveaway. But yeah. So hashtag whole thing if you saw it. And yeah, holy smokes. Another Blackman. There we go. Hall. I think there's a whole bunch of guys who did make the Hall of Fame that I'm just totally whiffing by and missing. I don't look at the back part first. Oh, we got it. Guys, what the heck? Holy smokes. Oh, and for the people fast forwarding and popping through, um, we're planning a giveaway, and if you didn't watch the middle of the video, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. So you're gonna have to go back and sort through and find it, because usually what I find is that everything spikes on these hits. Rookie sensation, Marshall Falk. We have the insert Marshall Falk and another insert Marshall Falk. Holy crud, guys. Last pack. Is that literally? It was literally the last pack, and I don't even know what the preview is yet. That might be the banger. So we have the Marshall Falk Provision card, and we have the Marshall Falk. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up just because I have to find out. What am I doing? Hey, hello. Okay, we need to go to PSA grading. Okay, we're gonna pop that puppy up there for a second. Oh my lord, I don't have up that insert set yet on my PSA chart, but I need to find out. I have to know. So there's the Provisions, the Marshall Falk. We got one. I have two of them. I'm hoping to get something nice out of there. Okay, let's go here. So research, go to pop reports. Normally, if I had my screen small, so fit over the overlay, it would be better. Marshall Falk, rookie sensation. Come on, please, please, please. It is. Is it? I guess they're called rookie touchdown sensations. Hmm. I did not know that. It is number 6. Okay, so this is not it. I don't even know what that's from. There must be a whole nother insert set from Flair that maybe is not inside these ones. Okay, so oh my lord. Rookie sensations, there's number 6. That means there is. So if it doesn't show up in that list, usually it's because it doesn't actually exist in their catalog yet. 19. Okay. Kind of a bummer. I was really honestly hoping that there was going to be a much smaller number. 19 is super low. And I would have really loved to have pulled the Bryant Young, because look at that. And Bryant Young's cards are going pretty well for, low printed inserts. I am going to go into here real quick. I was looking up to see what I could get for it, and then I decided I'm just going to open it. So let's go to um, 95 rookie sin. Sorry, Station Marshall Falk. Let's see. Come on, guys. Okay, so there's the sensation. 24, $2.99. No one's grading it. What the heck? Okay, so a 10 sold for, or an 8, sorry, an 8 sold for $10. We need to see if we can go into singles. So we click on singles. I'm trying to show you guys how to use this functionality too here, right? And graded. So no, it's not showing us anything graded. It's because I have too many words in there or what? Okay, let's go. Go number 6. Sometimes it's less words is more words. Okay, here we go. I don't see it in there. This is only one I see. So the cool thing is, if I grade it, there might not be a lot of them available. Okay, we're looking for a 10, because we're only really getting. Okay, ugh. Well, that really sucks. I was so hoping that that card would have had a better value. There we go. That's what I like to see. So here's price control, and here's something you can sit and think about for a second. You can tell me how you feel about this. You know that I'm going to be getting this card graded, right? And if it comes back as a 10, I'm going to be listing it for $100. Just telling you right now, it's going for $100. This guy has got his not that long ago, 2 years ago, probably is based on the number somewhere in the last 2 years. He's got his for $36.99. I can buy this, take it off the market, and the next guy had his for 110. Or you can buy it, and then when I sell mine, you know that the price went up. So I guess you kind of have a little bit of like a predicament. What are you going to do, um, knowing that information in advance? You know that I'm going to be trying to pump this thing all over all the message boards I'm part of, and then to all the people that I get watching my shows, and I'll probably have it in a couple separate videos trying to push that card. So that along with the other inserts. So I guess picking up that card would be, in my opinion, smart, knowing my intentions and or knowing that the next guy is at $110 and he's the only other one on there. You know that when that other one sells for 110, you can ride that 110 sale, right? So Reggie Cobb, there you go. So why does it say Jacksonville Jaguars? Just weird. So just because he's traded, but he's still in his Packers outfit. Okay. Oh man, guys, we're coming down to the end. We already pulled the insert. We just don't know what this one is. It's number 10. I have no idea what number 10 means. Guys, what the fudge? See, I watch my language. What the fudge? Seriously. What the fudge? How do we pull so much heat out of this box? These things are selling for $55 a piece. I can't guarantee the condition they've kept him in. You saw the even mine, which has been sitting on a shelf for a long time, still did turn out pretty good. Oh, the base number of the only reason I ever sold this thing earlier is the base number of inserts alone. And again, if we pull up that one, I know I've been going forever and I do apologize, but guys, like number 10, Barry Sanders preview card selling for $10. Oh my lord. Someone's trying to unload it for $250. Now, I don't see that happening per se. The nine's going for 25 if it sells, but I mean, that's what they're asking. The nine's selling for $40. It's not going to sell. 99 cents someone sold a preview for. So again, just because someone's asking it doesn't mean it's going to go. The most recent one was December 29th for that 10, and it sold at best offer off of 109. One did sell for $66 in December also, so it's got some popularity. It is moving again, although a PSA 9 sold for 850. So again, I think my goal is going to be to try to pump this market, get people talking about it. I don't know what you want to call that, what you want to say about that, but I do honestly feel like we have quite a few great cards here. This whole pile, I'll search back through to see if there's any rookies that I missed and or any Hall of Famers. Just a big stack of cards. Holy crud buckets. This one has been a really fun opening. Let's see who we have in our insert pile. Salam, Turner. Wait, okay, here, let's get them sorted out right. Woodall, Jackson, Bates. And I think some of these maybe we could possibly look at grading. Probably not. Okay, sorry, that's Brett Favre. Another Marshall Falk insert. Holy crud buckets. Another Wilkins. I actually did pull two of those Natron Means. Emmitt Smith insert. We have it's all these were a lot of them how dinged up that is. So I did later on figure out that that is actually very much not big population, and we don't, as I figured out, we don't need that thing sleeved. So Provisions insert would have been cool to have, but it's not going to turn out. Emmitt Smith. So we do have a good number of just stars from the set. Look at this. Boom, another Emmitt Smith. I do actually want to get that one in the top loader, though, because it won't actually probably go to the grading people. But I do want it controlled so when I do sell it, it does the best. Okay, so a couple really nice inserts right there. And we have our previews. Sorry. Hall of Famer. Like to get these things sleeved up so when they go in the box, they don't ding themselves up any more than they need to. All right, Provisions insert. We got a Shannon Sharp insert. We have some more Hall of Famers and some more standards. Look at this. Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders. Holy crud. Guys, I think these cards are not hard to get your hands on, but they might be hard going forward if we can get, look at that, Bryant Young, more inserts. So again, obviously the problem is that one's got a dinged up wall also. Man, more quality inserts. The Marshall Falk box of, wow, just all the Marshall Falks we pulled. Holy crap. Hall of Famers, Marshall Falk. We're going to try to get some of those off and see what we can get. Hall of Famers, insert Hall of Famers, more Hall of Famers, Bettis, Tim Brown. At first thing I thought was Bo Jackson. Like, there's no way. Yeah, there's actually no way that 95 you pull a Bo Jackson. I don't even think he's an insert on anything in 95. Later on, I know he started surfacing again in some of the sets where they started kind of showcasing older stars. So I think we pulled a Rhett rookie. I don't know why I put in a sleeve. Boom, shakalaka, Joe Montana. Holy lords. Okay, who do we got? Terry Allen, Minnesota favorite, just because he's, popular here, and he's a Hall of Famer. And look at this, just Hall of Famers. Boomer Esiason. I don't think Boomer made the Hall of Fame. Am I correct? I don't believe he did. Popular because of his time on TV, and he was good, but I don't. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure Boomer didn't make the Hall of Fame. And again, I could be wrong. Vinny Testaverde, also, I don't think he made the Hall of Fame. Another Tim Brown. Oh, man. Holy crap. Inserts galore. I think there was some damage on that one. Oh, man. More inserts. Inserts for days. Guys, don't sleep on these boxes. Go pick them up. Rolf. Tim Brown. Look at that. Bledsoe. Bettis. Marino. Another insert for Carter. We pulled a couple of those. Bledsoe. Carter. Oh, man. Barry Sanders. Standard card. Oof. Sterling Sharp. And another Marshall Falk. And we have Tony Bennett, right? Or Dorsett. Is that? Why can't I see? It's not Dorsett. It's Bosley. Sorry, Bosley. And again, guys, how many Marshall Falks can you pull out of one stinking box from this year? What the heck? One, two, Bettis, holy smokes. 3, 4. Yeah, guys. No, you have to tell me what you think. Remember to go back if you don't remember where it is that we did the talk about the giveaway. Definitely go back and check it out. But holy crud, guys, we hit the jackpot. We're gonna get some of this stuff graded up. And again, thanks for sticking around. If you did, there was a way to get in a giveaway. Go back and watch the video. If you watch the whole thing, leave it playing in the back row one day. Hopefully you don't get annoyed by my voice. I'll see you guys on the next opening. And do look for a PSA submission pretty much just from this alone.